Good morning, welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. Today I'll be cooking raw cashew with tofu and potato with turmeric as the flavoring for the dish. So I have here 1.5 cups of the cashew, of which I'm going to wash and soak for 2 hours, and I'll be back. Today in my cooking I'll be using coconut, so I'm going to grab 1 coconut from here. See, I got from my coconut tree up there. Here, it's a dry one that falls. I'm gonna shuck it up here, cut it. Welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. Today the complementing stew for the roti is tofu, peanut, potato with turmeric and turmeric flavored seasoning. Gonna stew down in coconut milk, coconut cream, whatever you call it in your culture. And this is, I have 4 scallion from my garden, of which I clean. I'm gonna plant those back, replant them. I got some Americans say basil. We said basil too, basil, cardamom pork, and I have some thyme, just a little. This St. Lucia thyme. And I have spinach on the side. I'm gonna saute with garlic. I got onion for the main ingredients, and just garlic I like for the spinach. Garlic, black pepper, and salt. So I'm gonna prepare these. This is some seasoning, not green seasoning. This is celery, garlic, ginger in there that's gonna go with this. I'm not using the regular green seasoning with this dish today. I'll show you my next step. I have here fresh. I'm gonna strain it and put it aside. Okay, I'm straining my grated coconut. My compost heap in the backyard. I only juice it one time because gonna measure 1 cup of coconut milk. Okay, put this aside. That's it. Cook. Welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine once again. Today I'm making roti for my tofu turmeric stew. I'm gonna put 3.5 cups of flour into this bowl. half a teaspoon of salt. I have here my baking powder. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 tablespoon of ghee into the flour. Then I have here 1 cup of water. I'm going to stir a little at a time. Okay, I'm going to mix this into the flour and I'll be right back. Welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. I'm getting ready now. This is the finished dough here for the roti. As you can see, it's soft. It's not sticking to your finger. It's nice. So I'm going to rinse my belna or my rolling pin. I grew up calling it rolling pin. My Indian friends call it belna. And I'm going to put the roti onto this board. So I'm going to rinse and dry these and put it here on this clean surface. Okay, let me rinse my hands off. Take this out, and for this you could get 4 small roti. I'm not making them big, and I like them fresh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if some a little too big, you cut off from one and add it to the other one. This one could use, and I'm gonna do them like this. This big one, I wanted to eat half of this one. That's why it's big. You got it like this. Get the flour. You put it on the board. You put it in your hand and you make a little round it. Then you pinch up here, flatten it. Put it on the floured board. Welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. This is the roti. I flatten it and I'm going to roll it out now. So I'm going to flour the board here. Flatten it and use the rolling pin. So I'm going to roll it out in a round circle, flip it occasionally, roll it as wide as possible, because the wider you roll it and get the oil inside, is the more flakier the roti is, and it's smooth and nice. I'm gonna add to this. Some people use a spoon, and you could use the spoon and do the oil like this around the edges and the middle, the center here like this. Or you do like what I do. I normally dip 3 of my fingers and I come in a circle. This is much faster for me. And you want to be professional, you take a knife and you give it a slit here. And you roll it around. You roll from here like this, bring it. You take this piece and you tuck it in here, and then you push down here into this center. You flatten it a little. You dust it with some more flour on both sides, and you put it on the board. Is the next way you could do it now. Let me show you the fastest way that you could do this. Okay, you could take your hand and do around the circle like this. And I'm going to show you how to do the slit all around. And you take your one index finger and you roll like this. You roll like this, you bring it like this, and you push in this end. You flatten it, and this is the end for that. So either do this way or that way, and I'll be finishing up this and I'll be right back with it. Okay, well, welcome back to Claudia's Kitchen. This is the finished product. I roll the roti, and I'm gonna transfer it here. Okay. Here is my pot and the oil. I put 2 tablespoons of oil, and this is a PL pan I'm using because I lost my roti pan, so I didn't invest in anymore. Turn it down medium. The stove is hot, so you don't want it burned. So you wait until like little bubbles start to come up, you see around, and then you're gonna flip it. Okay, you're gonna add a little oil now to the top. Make sure it's all over half, and then you're gonna flip your roti. Okay, it all depends on how brown you like it. So I just turn up the stove a little higher. This is one side is cooked, but it's clear. So I'm gonna flip it a little another time so it could brown. But if you like it brown, that's fine. If you like it just cook and clear like this, it's fine too. Okay, I just flipped the roti, and I'm gonna remove it here now from the pan. So this is the roti here. My grandson is not here today to help me hold the camera, so I'm doing this alone. So this is the roti. Be careful, it's very hot. So I kind of fold it in half and grab the 2 ends, and you clap. Fold back in half. I know Trinidadians call it bust up shut, because that's how they like it. You see how it's looking? Look. And look at the dough. See? It's nice and soft. And I normally fold it. Fold it like this, and look at it. Look at the finished product. leafy and nice. And I put it in a airtight container. No damp cloth. I put it like this and I keep it. And I just like make it fresh. Sometimes I make it and put it in the freezer and keep it. So I'm gonna flatten the second roti. Put the flour. I have a roti board, but I feel comfortable with the countertop because I don't cut meat on it. I only use it for like bread baking instead of using all those boards back and forth. I use it like this, and you see how it's round, and you roll it thin. If you like thick roti, you roll it thick. I don't like it too thick. But when I make it for my friends, they let me know if they eat it like me. I have no problem, or how you like your roti, you see. And then I take this now and go back to the pan. Repeat the same steps again. You add the 2 tablespoons of oil. And swirl it around. You see the pan is hot because so this one gonna take a faster time. Turn on the stove. Okay. And you make sure the oil gets all over the surface of the roti. There, you see this one much faster. Once the your pan gets hot up, and I use this because there's no dripping of the oil on my stove top, so it's much more easier for me. Look, you see the other side already baked. It just needs a little color if that's what you want. And when I make it, this is the color I like. I don't like see all those crusts, but when I make it for my brother in Guyana, he loves to see all those crusts all over here. That's the way he prefers it. Look the other side, you see? And this ready now. Flip it. Welcome back. This is the roti. This is it when it clap. You see it? Look, nice and leafy and pliable, spongy and nice. So I fold it like this, fold it in half, and then quarter, then make like a triangle like this. So I store them head and tail. So there's 4 roti gonna go in here. This is the finished product of the roti, as you could see, nice and soft. Look at this one. So I'm gonna come back within the next hour and put this two together. So we're gonna have that for dinner. So welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. Okay, I'm beginning to cook the tofu and the peas. I'm gonna add some oil to my pot. Turn on the stove, bring it to high, let the pot heat up. Welcome back to Claudia's Cuisine. Okay, my pot is heat now. I'm gonna add my garlic to the pot. Into the garlic. This is 1 whole garlic, so 6 or 7 pegs. And then I'm going to add 1 medium onion. And let it saute. Bring the heat down a little. I don't want the onion to burn. I want it just sweat. Okay, to the pot now, to the onion and the garlic, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Then I add 1.5 teaspoon of minced fresh turmeric with garlic, olive oil, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of green chopped celery with garlic and olive oil. And I'm going to stir this around. This green celery is different from the green seasoning. Into this now, I'm going to add the 1.5 cup of soaked and drained cashew nuts. And have this sauté for a little while. Then to that, I'm going to add the 1 whole, this is a russet potato I'm adding to this. To make sure the potatoes at the bottom of the pot so they could evenly cook. Just space them out and they're not on top of the nuts. Okay, to this I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And then 1 cup of coconut milk. Okay, turn my stove down now. Cover the pot, turn my stove to medium low. To the pot now, I'm adding 1 pound of the tofu. It's drained and chopped. I'm adding this to the curry and the potatoes. Stir it in the pot. This is how it's looking. Onto this, I'm going to add my half a chicken bouillon and black pepper. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to omit the salt and add 1 teaspoon of basil or marmam poke and 4 green onions chopped. Add all of this. This is the final ingredients to this pot. Add it all. Bring the stove down to low and cook like the next 10 to 15, no more than 20 minutes. You just want everything incorporated. There's a meatless pot because you have your proteins from your nuts and your tofu instead of chicken or beef or pork or shrimp or whatever meat you want to put in here. You could add meat, just don't put the tofu if you want a meat pot. You could add chicken or beef to that, but I'm just cooking it without meat. Still got my protein. I'm gonna leave it there like 15 minutes and come back. Okay, this is the end here, the pot. This is finished cooking. And a little tip, if you eat regular salt to this, you could add a half a teaspoon of salt for your flavor and it's gonna be nice. It's not gonna be too salt, so you add the salt to your taste. But I didn't add any salt. I just added bouillon, but it could take a little salt if you don't have any restriction. And this is the finished tofu, potato, cashew nut, ginger, turmeric stew here for the roti. Okay, next I'm gonna saute some, pull this side, I'm gonna saute some spinach to go along with that. I'm adding some olive oil to this pot. Of which I'm gonna saute this garlic. And I'm cooking sauteed spinach. Okay. I'm gonna add this baby spinach. It's washed and drained. Okay, this is the spinach now. Spinach sauteed. I'm gonna add just a little, like less than a quarter teaspoon of black pepper and a little pinch of salt. It's 1 pound of spinach, so you don't want a whole lot of salt. And this is it here. You don't want it if you don't have any water, just the little oil it start to thing back. And this is it here. Sauteed spinach with garlic to complement the rest of the meal. We have roti, sauteed spinach with garlic, and here you have tofu, cashew nuts, potato with turmeric and ginger stewed down in coconut milk. Bon appetit. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Claudia's Cuisine.